Hey y'all, it's Courtney with Nurse Court Budgets. Good morning, or afternoon, or evening, or whenever it is that you're watching this video. This is probably the only video that I'm going to get out this week, and it is going to be my unstuffing of my savings challenges for October. So I know I made a post kind of towards the end of last week that my dad had to go through open heart surgery, and so that was back in the middle of October, on October 16th. So it's been over 3 weeks now since he's been through the surgery, and it's just been a wild month. So we found out literally the end of September that he was going to have open heart. And so just kind of to give you a brief little background update on all that, and then I'll try to get into my unstuffing. But a couple of years ago, he had to go in and get some stents placed. And then the following year, they had to go back in and balloon some of the stents. And then he's been doing fine since then, and it wasn't symptomatic or anything. And they decided just to do a repeat echo because they do that pretty frequently, at least once, maybe twice a year or so on him. And for that, we are thankful because he did have a bad valve in his heart. So that is part of the problem and then why they had to do the open heart. But some of those same stents that they had done in the past were starting to block back up. I think they were up to 80% blocked. So they weren't blocked enough to cause him, I guess, symptoms right now. But they were blocking back up, and then his heart valve was leaking really, really severely now. And so because of both of those things, they said the open heart was the way that they had to go for him. And so anyway, it's been a wild ride. We finally got him. So I am filming this on Saturday, November the 8th. So just a few days ahead before you guys see it next week. I'm not sure which day I'll post this next week, but if I get it edited, I may get it up by Monday for y'all, which is not a normal day for me. But I'm not going to have any other videos coming out. But anyway, he finally got home. So he was in the hospital literally for almost 2 weeks. And then he was in ICU for a lot of those days. So he kind of had, I guess while I'm talking, I'll just start unstuffing. So he kind of had a rough start with his recovery, and he had to be on a bunch of drips and to keep his blood pressure up because his blood pressure was tanking a lot, especially in the first 24 hours after surgery. And so we had a rough start getting going. He is almost 83. In December 3rd, he will be 83. So he is not a young spring chicken anymore. But like I said, he had the rough start, and we got through that, but they kept him. Then he had to have some external pacing, which is not uncommon after heart surgery, and probably especially someone older. But because they had external pacing wires placed, and they were prepared for that. And he had to have a little bit of pacing because he went into kind of a weird rhythm, and we got him, but all that's to say is he got stable and could have been out of ICU about 5 days sooner, but they didn't have a bed on the floor to transfer him to. So literally we hung out in ICU for a lot, and we were there for over a week, and then I say we, as I feel like it was me too, but then he went to the floor and was there for several days, and started getting a little more. He was getting physical therapy and stuff in ICU too. They would come every day and walk him, and so they were doing that on the floor, and then they just felt like he needed a little more support before just going right home as far as walking. So he went to an acute rehab for about a week, and the physical therapist there really got him, worked him out. He said he was tired most of the days, but by the end, he was able to walk without the walker and then was, going up and down the flight of stairs and stuff like that. So he's better now that he's back home. He is using the walker some at home because he's just afraid of falling, and right now we just don't want to have a fall, especially after open heart surgery, because they, crack open your chest, and it's a big recovery just because you have the sternal precautions is what they call them, but the precautions, after they crack, to make sure that bone grows back to and heals back up properly. And so he has to get and push and pull a little bit differently when he gets up, and just kind of some extra things that we weren't really thinking about, and wasn't thinking that he would necessarily need rehab, but he did because just kind of those extra precautions. But anyway, we're home. Yay! All that to say, we're home. I'm so thankful that we got him back home, but my life has been wild in amongst all of that. And then all between him being in the hospital and then it being closer and closer to November, I actually finished my diabetes fellowship that I have been doing for this whole last year, and I had to take my big test, my big certification exam, and that was yesterday on Friday the 7th, and yay, I passed. I was so happy, but that was just one more thing added on to me being so far behind from being, because I would travel, because he was up in the city, up in the Kansas City area, and we're about an hour, and well, from the hospital, we're probably an hour and a half-ish or so plus, and so we were having to do a lot of traveling back and forth, and so I had pre-filmed my videos basically for the last half of October, which I'm super thankful I did. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing videos for about a month. But at least I knew it was coming, and so I pre-filmed, and then so it's kind of left me in a lurch here at the 1st of November because I haven't had a chance to film, and I had that big exam, and I was off of work for last week technically because they gave me those 4 days to study and just really focus in and study, which was I'm super thankful that they did that. I've been studying for a year, but I didn't have time to just sit down and do a bunch of practice exams and questions and stuff like that, because that's really how I learn the best, just doing all these practice exams. And any big test that I've taken like that, I just do as many questions as I can, and then that really helps. But anyway, so all that to say, I am now a certified, what is the actual, it used to be a certified diabetes educator, but now they have, it's called CDCES. I'm not really sure what it stands for. I'm gonna have to learn that. I thought I knew. Sorry guys, I've also, on top of all that, got sinus stuff going on. I'm sure you can hear that in my voice. I don't feel sick, but I definitely have got the old sinus stuff going. I've been using my neti pot, and the cough hasn't been a lot, but I am, sometimes at times I will cough a little bit. Anyway, so all that to say, this is going to be about a 10-minute, and here I go, bump the camera. All right, we're going to get back into it. It's going to be about a 10-minute what's going on in my life video and getting you updated on all that. But I am thankful that October is done and the first part of November is done. Thankful that Dad is home from his surgery. I'm thankful that I passed my big diabetes certification exam. And now I can just kind of kick back and relax for a little bit and enjoy the holidays. That's really my plan, because I know we're heading into that season. So I guess I need to quit yapping my jaw and actually jump in here and see what kind of, oh, that's a travel challenge. See what we got going on here. So anyway, I am so sorry about my voice, guys. I do apologize. I wanted to go ahead and try to get this filmed just because I had a few moments here on this Saturday morning to film it. My brother is coming today, hopefully, and then he's bringing his son, who's like 12, but he's, you know, starting to grow into a strapping young man. And so they're going to help me get some of these limbs and stuff that, did I even tell you? I don't think I've even told you. Maybe I did, but I had, a while back, you know, that I think I was doing like one of my videos and I kept hearing things like fall, and make noises. It was limbs from a tree. They wasn't huge limbs, but I have a tree that kind of goes over my house, and had a lot of dead limbs in it. And so I had someone cut and trim up that tree. And then he also trimmed a couple other trees that had a bunch of dead limbs in it, and then another one that was like starting to touch my house, so he kind of trimmed that back. So I've got a bunch of limbs all in my backyard, and with everything going on, we spent one day doing like a trailer load of limbs, and that was about all. And then we had to switch into hospital mode, and then of course now my dad can't help me because he's in recovery, and some of these limbs are like, I can't move them. They're so big and heavy. So my brother, luckily, is coming to help me hopefully get my yard cleaned up today. That would be super thankful. If they're able to get it all, I would be super grateful. I mean, I'm thankful too, but if we're able to get all of it done today, that would be fantabulous. So anyway, so I had just a few moments. It's like 8 o'clock in the morning, and I thought, I'm going to jump on here and try to at least film this video and then film a, hey, where have I been? Which you guys probably, I feel like I've been gone forever, but as far as the videos go, you're only going to be like missing like a week, and then this is going to come out next week. So you'll get like one video next week. I don't think I'll probably get any others filmed. And my plan is to start filming next week for the next week. So probably what I'll do is I had to go through and get my money out of here because I will recycle this money. So what I do is I take my money from my savings challenges, and however much I save, then I move that over to my account, and then I use some of this money to replay. So I don't have to go back to the bank quite as much as I was at the first. But anyway, so I had to do this so that I could start filming videos. Anyway, it's been a time, guys, and bear with me, because I feel like I am like out of my element. So we have one travel challenge, I think. These are my minis, which goes towards travel. Oh, this is a travel challenge. Hang on. Okay, these are my minis, my $2 Tuesdays. Okay, these are a couple travel challenges, so I'm going to set them to the side because they are a little separate. And then I'm going to set my $2 Tuesday challenges to the side here for a second too. And then I got my money tray, and then these are, I think, all of the regular savings challenges. So, okay, so we're going to see how much I saved, and then I'm going to grab a sticky so that I can write these down. Okay, oh, and I need my calculator. See, I'm just trying to get all my ducks in a row. Sorry, guys. I got just this crud going on. I hope it doesn't like turn into something, because I've been like with this stuff for like a solid week now. Normally it gets better. I may have to start taking some Mucinex because I'm feeling it like I'm coughing it up in my lungs now, which I was not. And I haven't been taking anything. I've just been doing my neti pot, and then that's been working. But I'm afraid I'm going to have to get the old Mucinex out, because this morning I'm sounding a little congested in the old lungaroos. All right, so we have 131 from Safecracker Savings. Whew, that was a tongue twister, y'all. And then our October from GNL Budgeting Besties. And it saved us 23. Then operation, this one I will save, was plus 72. I feel like I really didn't save that much in. Set that aside because this is a reusable laminated one that I made. And normally I think I fast forward through this. So y'all, you're going to get a long video today. I'm probably not going to, I'll be straight up honest, I'm not going to edit it much. And I'm probably, and these from Eva, I can clean them up and redo. So I'll set them aside. And that was 99 plus 20 from Hot Mess Express. And then I had my Furry Friends Roll and Play from me, Nurse Court Budgets, 102. Well, it may be better than I was thinking that it was going to be, in all honesty. And then Scrabble Save was also not already cleaned off. Yay. Okay, so that one I can set over to the side. Plus 102 from Scrabble Save. I feel like I've been playing that one forever, which I have been. I guess I can put those stickies there. And then we got our Thrifty Thursday stuff. So $30 from the monthly minis. Whoa, what am I doing here? Putting them in there with the 5s. Okay. And then looks like 160 from Floating Funds with Maddie. This is my long-term savings challenges, and once I get like $100 saved up in them, then I take the money, put it in the bank, or in this case recycle it. And then I pull money over from my savings. Plus 77 from No Bucks Given for the calendar challenge. And this one always gets all the ones. All the ones. It's the way that the challenge is set in there with like, and by the time I get to that one is, well, hey, it's going to be better than I thought. So, what is this? I'm just going to call it games. 816. Okay. And then I'll have $2 Tuesday, which goes toward travel. I use that money on my travel savings. And then we have my actual travel savings, which is separate. Okay. So 816. Yay, yay, yay. It's a little more actually than I thought it was going to be. And so let's set these aside. And then I'm just going to recount. So we got 32 from Millennial Saver. Kind of bougie, kind of broke. You know, and this actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to set these, I'm actually going to do my travel ones first. And then I'll come back and do these. Because this, I literally pull over that money and put it into my travel savings binder to be able to use. So let's see. So we're going to add $36 for the London travel challenge. And then plus 50. So $86 from travel. But this money all goes into my into savings, basically. So I can go ahead and put it into the group. And then this one from budgeting for me, I can reuse that one. So I'm going to put it over there. And okay, so 86 plus 816 is 902. So that's the amount that's going to go into my money market. Or slash savings. Okay. And so why don't I just count that up separately and make sure we have $902 here. Okay. You guys ready to do that? We're going to do some counting. So let's just start with these piles of ones. Let me get my sort quick on. I'm feeling out of my element completely. I feel like I haven't been doing this, and yeah, it's taken me a minute to get back into my routine. So sorry, guys. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, and 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. So I'll put a pile of 100. And then we'll count these out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Woohoo! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let me recount because I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So, on my ones, I got 122. And then 5s, 10s, and 20s. I always keep track of how much of each denomination I have. Okay, so 122 ones, perfecto. And then we got our 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So 240 worth of fives. Then our tens will go quick. So we got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. So 280 of tens. And then I have just a handful of 20s. Not too many. We got 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 160. Okay, so let's see. This should add up to 902. So we got 122 plus 240 plus 280 plus 160. 802. How am I $100 off? Let me try this again. 160 plus 280 plus 240 plus 122. It was 222, wasn't it? On my ones, it was 222, not because I had two piles of 100s. Oh my word, see? Okay, 222 plus 240 plus 280 plus 160. 902. There we go. I was like, how could I be $100 off? That was it, because I remember I had counted out two piles of the 100s of the ones, and then I had the extra 22. Okay, so 902, perfect. That adds up, and then that will go into the money market. So what I'm going to do is make myself a little note to put 902 in the money market for October. So that will go pull over from my checking account into my savings account, to my money market. All right, and then these are separate because these are going to go directly. I'm not going to the bank. These are going right back into. So I take my $2 Tuesday money and we go and play with it in my travel binder. So it just goes from one to the next. So 32. So I'm just going to set these out like this. It's going to be a lot of fives. And some ones, plus 30. And then this one was 16. Plus 24 from Angela Marie. Oh, look at me. I'm really on the ball today here. And then our September from Buttercup Budgets. Plus 40 from the Budgeting Introvert. That's all fives. Plus 43 from Floating Funds is 217. Perfect. Because I like to have $200 to play with each month for my travel binder. So that works out perfection. Perfection. So 217. Let me write that down here. And we're going to count it out, okay? Make sure that I actually have the right amount here. So we got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100. in 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Perfect. 217. Yay. So this is 217 for travel binder. And that money, like I said, is just going right back into my games. Okay, so that being said, 902 plus 217 equals 1,119. So actually, I go ahead and save that amount because I go ahead and technically I try to do that just to save a little bit extra, if that makes sense, because once the travel binder, I will take it out of the travel binder and then put it into the money market like you saw, and that's the recycled money from $2 Tuesday. But I like to, if I can, go ahead and add in, I can't always, like last month I wasn't able to, but I like to go ahead and add in. So that would be $1,119 I'm going to put into my money market. That is the total amount saved for October. Okay? Yay! So sometimes I forget and I have to come back and look at my videos. That's why I try to write these down. But I'm going to just set that aside over here so I will know that I need to basically pull over a little over $1,100 into my money market. So awesome. All right, guys. Yay. I am so glad that you joined me today for this little cash unstuffing and life update. It's really kind of what it mostly turned into. And hearing me hack and cough, I truly sound worse, I think, than I feel, because I feel fine. Like, I don't feel run down. I have not had a fever. It's been the craziest thing. I actually feel just fine, but I don't sound fine. So I thought it was just like, it started out as allergies, and maybe it did, and then it's just like it's gone to sinus stuff. And so I literally have been using the neti pot and all that jazz. It'll get better. I do not like, I don't go in for sinus stuff. I don't get an antibiotic. You know what I think? Honestly, I think what's happened is I was just thinking back, because I have been sick twice with like a cold, and I just don't do that normally. I'm going to have to try to boost my immune system. So I'm going to end this video with a little more life update. So back in end of August, I started having like a lot of neck, shoulder pain and arm pain, then numbness and tingling down into these mostly those digits. And I went to it was the company that I work for, the same company I work for. I saw one of the nurse practitioners for like a same day appointment, kind of like a walk-in type visit for an acute issue for my shoulder and neck. And she put me on a little steroid pack, a steroid burst, and then some muscle relaxers. And that really helped. But I honestly think now, because steroids like totally destroy your immune system. I mean, they can. And I don't take steroids. Like some people take them pretty often due to illnesses, or if they go in for like sinus infections, a lot of doctors will give them antibiotics and steroids. And anyway, I don't do that. Usually if I just use my neti pot and use like Mucinex and stuff like that, there is not a sinus infection that I have not been able to get rid of without having to go to the doctor and get on an antibiotic and stuff like that. So I am anti, it's just because I don't like steroids, because I was on that one, and boy, I didn't like the way it made me feel. And then now I'm wondering if it like messed up with my immune system, because I've had 2 colds here, and this one's worse than the other one. It lasting longer, I should say. The other one I kind of felt a little more rough with, and I don't think I had a fever, but I definitely felt a little rough for a day or two with it. this time I've not felt rough at all, but I just don't sound good at all. Anyway, so yeah, guys, that's what's going on in my life. So I guess this is going to be a life update video slash cash unstuffing for October. So anyway, I do appreciate you guys so much, everyone who watches my videos and comments and all that kind of stuff. I'm so far behind on videos, and I mean, it gets kind of overwhelming, to be honest. And you guys know, you creators know, to try to watch all the videos that everyone else puts out. It gets really difficult to do that. So I have a few that I try to watch, and then here lately I have not been able to even watch. So I feel like I'm so out of the loop on what's going on in you guys' life, and it's because I've been so busy. It literally has been just a wild ride over the past couple months. But I'm hoping that things will start slowing down now for me. So, all right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and just shut this video down because I could keep yapping forever. So I hope you have a great day. I'm not sure what day this will come out. So whatever day this is, I hope you are having a fantastic day. I hope you have a fantastic week. And I will be jumping into my videos back into normal next week. I'll try to do... I'll probably be playing with extra money. I think what I'm going to do the last 2 weeks of November, let me look at my calendar here real quick for y'all. So I think what I'm going to do is the last 2 weeks of November, I am going to, let's see. Yep, that should work perfect. So I've basically, by the time I start getting videos out, it will be for the last 2 weeks of November. So my plan is to just double up on the money for the last 2 weeks of November, so that I basically am playing with the same amount of money for the whole month. So the last 2 weeks I'll just be doubling up on everything. That's my plan. So we'll see if that's able to work or not. So anyway, I hope you guys have a good one, and I will see you very soon, I promise, in the next one. Bye, friends.